couple of questions. Red flag here means come in, not stop on track safely. Which one? Come in or stop on track safely? Red flag.
Come in.
Okay.
Come in.
That's different than the States.
Okay, you have to
Come
stay.
do a complete stop safely. So they get there.
And what is also different to the States, close
Yes. So they told me there's no AC in this car and we can keep the windows down.
No, windows down, never here.
Okay, we need to talk to them. There's no AC in this car. So the tall gentleman with no hair told me we could drive with windows down. Okay, let's check. Patrick, show me how you're going to communicate to me, please.
Yeah, I tell you. Close to left car, close to right car. So all the flat cars, we can drive over them. And we have two random cars. We need to stay away from them.
Okay.
And I tell you, like rally driving. So set the car on the right side, brake, like this.
Proactive before we do it.
Yeah,
Okay.
before we do it. Because all four windows, the rear windows are also open.
You want to set the air?
Yeah. How are we doing this? So fast. Yeah, that's a little bit
Yeah,
open
it
will
feels
do.
like heat. We shut the AC off.
The problem is modern cars, you cannot always having no AC. Yeah, they should give us another car.
Yeah, it's hot.
They
Really
should give
hot.
us another car.
You want to go to another car? It's going to be very hot.
Yeah, this
It's
is.
blowing hot.
They should give us another car.
It's okay. It's okay.
So, you should be familiar with the dynamics of the car.
Yes.
We're gonna be in a MotoGP style track.
One more time?
We are gonna be. Sorry, slow down.
That's okay.
We're gonna be in a MotoGP style track,
Yep.
so driving can be a little bit like harder. However, what I would recommend, this drive is normally 6 laps.
Yep.
So you can do 6 laps in a row, perfectly fine.
Yep.
Straight tires, I'm not very happy, like for 6 laps. There is a possibility we can split it in 2 and 4.
No, we probably should, because we get debrief.
That is what I would recommend.
Yep.
But sometimes people just want to drive the 6 laps in a row.
I'd rather debrief.
Exactly. So if you are cool with this, we basically just gonna go in, do a flying come out. You
Okay.
know, it's not the end of the world. I would say let's go 8/10. You know,
Oh, no.
Let's go whatever you want to.
I want you to put me on the school line,
Awesome.
and then we'll work on.
There are, just so you know, there are a couple of very difficult corners here. Difficult in the sense, no, there are 2 dangerous corners, but there are a couple of difficult corners in the sense they're very difficult to unlock them. You know,
Okay.
They have a very particular line. So I would say try to see a little bit how you are like with braking and shifting and whatnot.
Sure.
I mean,
Does this drive match just like my wife's does? We have to put it in N mode.
you have to put in N mode, and we can put in N
Okay.
mode. It's not the problem.
Alright.
I would try to not focus too much like on like you know like
No.
heel and towing and
Right.
I
No.
want you know
drive
what
it. Yep. This is basic. I'm guessing 3rd, 4th, and 5th here.
yeah.
Okay.
And what is quite important, I'm just telling you because this is normally, even for experienced drivers, it's a bit of a problem. Orus and Radeon, they are real turn-ins, you know, not destabilize the
Commit
car.
to it.
Yeah, but they're like, it's a turn-in. It's like, it's left, and the car has to settle for a second on the left, and then right. And
So you should feel the weight transfer.
exactly. Because it's very high speed, it happens very quickly. But
A lot of compression.
you should
Car's gonna get
remember
light.
exactly. Yeah, and it's tricky even in the other way. It's tricky. It's tricky everywhere. It's not tricky when you do it right. The moment, if we are very lucky and it actually happens that we sort of nail it, and you're gonna see, because especially after you commit for whatever is your apex that you're gonna pick for Radeon.
I saw a tree line. 4 trees at the top.
Yeah.
That looked like the line.
Yeah. For me, I don't even have like a visual reference point.
Okay.
If you believe me, I want to feel like the grip of the front tires, you know, because normally all these cars are a little bit like grip limited.
Okay.
Although they don't have that much power, they are a little bit grip limited, so they are not very happy. Especially in this, they're gonna go in fast in Orus,
Yep.
but to transition in Radeon, they are not happy.
They're gonna be squishy. Okay.
So I'm just trying to find where I will unsettle the list, and I want to basically the moment I turn in that, I don't turn ever again left. I'm just sort of straightening the car and I'm letting the power do the job.
Okay.
That's roughly how I do it. You don't.
Okay.
You don't do it myself.
So, braking 15 meters before the corner.
I would say, listen, no. I would say we have a normal reference points here. There is a real track, so there is like a 200, 150, whatever.
Yes.
I mean, we're gonna use them like loosely, you know. I always, even with experienced guys, that I've seen how you brake. I know that you have it. I know that you're more than sensible. We're still gonna start our braking a little bit early, just for the reasons that you know.
Yep.
And now we're gonna push from there. Let's go.
Okay.
Let's go to 2 laps.
laps.
The first ones are anyway just to get
Yep.
to get the anxiety a little bit out of our system.
Sounds good.
You're happy if I pace us a little bit like we did at the ring?
I want to get the first lap. I want to know where I'm going because again, I don't do simulators. I've driven this morning. I'm 50%. After 2 laps, I'll be fine. So then we're good. Oh, we got a red flag.
You know what's happening now? The people have been and on instead
Getting
we don't go
tired.
out. People are a little bit tired.
Mhm.
They don't realize actually the fatigue, especially when it's a warm day, it's a very tricky one because the excitement is there, but
Right.
your brain, your concentration is not.
So I tell my students, if you even think you shouldn't go, you shouldn't go.
You shouldn't go.
Nope.
Yeah.
Go back and eat an ice cream. You want to use your mirror?
I have to be honest with you, no. We're good. I saw we did well.
Okay.
I don't need it. We will have to be a little bit aware because, as you have seen, there are like more than a couple of radicals around.
Oh, yeah.
There are a couple.
I'm
of
usually in that radical. You're not there, and then the hand of God puts me there, and everybody's like, whoa!
Yeah, but this, I think, for people that don't know these cars, it is a bit of a shocker because they don't understand how much more speed they can do.
Yes.
Because
They go fly you by the brakes.
yeah,
out.
and exactly, and especially in the braking zones.
Mhm.
And I many times, and because they're very small,
Yeah.
you know, I had especially students that are not familiar with the, you know, like the track layout.
Yep.
they don't realize that the radical is there, and he's closing in so quickly that it can happen.
Yep.
But they're very cool. Actually, this is a bit of a radical track, just so you know.
Okay.
This is you want like a small radical with no power.
Mine's a 1340.
To fully commit, to fully
Yeah,
commit,
yeah.
you
It's
know.
like driving a Miata again.
Driving a Miata, but with a bit of aero and with a bit. It's a cool thing. It's a cool thing. But before all these things, first of all, a test of the track. Okay, we're gonna wait for the.
Yep.
How was your Nürburgring laps now that a few days have passed? What was the cool
I
experience?
beat myself up that night, and I don't want to show my friends because I know it was offline.
Stop,
but it's
don't
one of
do
those
it.
things to be like, hey, listen, my pride. I didn't know where I was going. It's a checkbox, and take a look. There you go. Go have fun, watch my video, and I'll do it when we get back to the States. So, but yeah, I was humbled.
But it's difficult.
Yeah, of course.
It's really difficult.
Yeah.
And I told you, we say this even though, because we get a lot of experienced guys. Of course, we get beginners as well.
Sure.
But we get people that they are like, they're experienced. It is a daunting thing. And even when you think that you have an idea, you still don't have an idea.
Sure.
You have to do it again.
Like I told you, by the 4th lap, I knew maybe 10 of the corners. What's that?
Which is something. No, it is something. But
there's 74 turns.
It's like,
yeah, 100 laps. Then I could beat myself up. Today, I think by the 6th lap, I should be on the line.
Yeah. That would be our goal.
Yeah.
Our goal would be like to have like or at least like get every section, even if it's in different laps because of there's gonna be traffic and this and that. Tackle everything at least one time that we passed and you said, okay, cool, I fucking have it. Listen, today you're gonna finish wanting more driving. I tell you because
this is typical track day.
But you're here, you're gonna get both tracks in your in the bag, you know. Exactly, yeah. But this you might, if you like it, you might want to come and do like a track day.
Just
you know? Like a day, 300 kilometers. It's a track that deserves it, you know.
Yeah.
It costs more money, but actually, to be honest, the trip and the accommodation and this and that actually costs more money.
Sure.
So when you are here, come and do some driving.
Understood.
You know? But maybe budget a smaller car, not a bigger car.
Sure. Yeah, something slow.
And then come and do like a.
Yep.
I think it should not take long, as you have seen. They're actually quite efficient, quite efficient here.
So it's interesting. In the States, we want the windows down so there's no glass. You guys always want them up.
Always up.
Every track?
Every track in Europe. Like all of them I've been, and all the organizers. And I've been to
US?
To a few places.
Yeah.
I haven't been to the US. So I don't know. Did we discuss? Do you know this event that is called the One Lap of America?
Oh yeah.
Do you know it?
Yeah.
I want to come and do this in the US, but I want to do it with my car. So I want to actually ship my car over and do it.
You said you have a Miata with a what is the?
I can't show it.
Sure. So the other thing I found interesting is
I have this.
Okay. So what's in it?
It's a Chevrolet Camaro.
Oh yeah.
2013
Okay.
LFX V6 engine.
Okay.
It's an aluminum V6.
Yep.
It's lightweight. It's not. It's not
That's
the most.
interesting. They usually do V8 swaps.
So the guy that does, there is a company in Florida called V8 Roadsters. They do these V8 swaps. And the guy, the owner of the company, he told me, listen, for what you do, because I told him like I have this problem. I had the turbo, my car was turbo. It made power, but it wasn't reliable. And I told him, I cannot do this. I want to have this track. I want to learn it. I want to drive it. I want to drive fast. And the car is not working. And without the car working, I cannot learn the track at the speed that I would like.
Sure. Yeah.
So he told me, listen, I will tell you this. I'm building one for myself. You should not do the V8 swap that we sell and do anything. It's a little bit too much for the chassis. Do the V6 because it's gonna be still 300 horsepower day in, day out, and it's gonna do everything that you want. And these engines, no one wants them. It's the Camaro V6. Yeah, like it's the one. Even in rentals, in the SUVs and whatnot, you know, like it's in everything. And he told me it's the same family. It's actually is a double overhead cam engine. It's not like a push rod V8 exactly. So it's actually it's a modern engine. It's a good engine. And he told me this in trucks they do like 300,000 kilometers. So I got an engine with 8,000 miles, like brand new. Yeah. And I never looked back. My car has been working with this swap 40,000 kilometers.
That's excellent.
Like most of them on track or driving to the track.
Yeah.
Happy man.
Yeah, that's excellent.
It's like a baby Corvette, like lighter than a Corvette, smaller tires, smaller brakes, smaller engines, cheaper to run.
What year is the body? Chassis?
91.
Okay, so I had a 90.
Okay.
With Flying Miata. Do you know Flying Miata with the turbo?
Yeah, of course. I have bought stuff from Flying Miata.
Okay, yeah.
My car was
Cardell, I know Bill. So the owner, Bill Cardell.
Okay, cool, very, very. I know who he is.
Yeah.
I I almost bought a Flying Miata Turbo kit, but then I bought. There's a company called Bell Engineering.
Yeah,
Beggy.
Corky Bell.
Yeah, Corky
I
Bell.
had a supercharger, which
I
was
had
the
his
auto
book.
rotor.
I had his book, the Corky
Yeah,
Bell.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I said, okay, I do
Yeah,
that kit.
the supercharger comes off a helicopter.
Okay.
It blew up twice. He's like, I don't know what to tell you. I'll give you your money back. And I went to because
To Flying Miata, you did
Bill
it.
in Corky now, Corky's business. Bill took over because Corky built the original turbo
Yeah,
back in like
fair.
91, 92. So Bill took that over, made it better.
Yeah.
Corky, I don't think does much of anything anymore. He's out
No,
of
I
Texas.
think
from what I remember.
I think his daughter maybe runs a little bit the
Okay.
business, but they actually are not in business.
Yeah.
And I tell you,
So-
the Miata Turbo, I loved it. I really liked it.
Yeah.
But it wasn't reliable.
Really, mine was rock solid, reliable. It's
Like
still
mine.
running in Canada.
Really?
Yeah, and I sold it 18 years ago. Yeah.
I actually.
And it's a 1.6, the
Very-
early 1.6.
Did you buy it like in 90? Did you buy it like a single
It was
car?
an 89. No, I didn't buy it as new. But it's a 90, but it was made in 89.
Still cool.
I bought it with like 17,000 miles
Still
on it
cool.
from a little old lady.
And just so you know, if I was in the US,
Yeah.
I would have bought a Corvette because it's a smart car if you want to do it.
I had my C5 for 17 years.
It is
It's
for
very
the
good
money,
for what it is.
It's a very big amount of performance.
Yeah.
So, and I do, for me, because we have access in everything, I like bargains. I like when you like for what you are paying, you are
Get a
getting
lot.
like a decent chunk of
Yeah.
performance.
I was telling my wife this morning, Porsches here are like Camaros in the United States. On a track day, we'll see 10 1LEs, those supercharged, and maybe 1 or 2 GT3s. Here, you got 20 GT3s, no Camaros.
Here you think that someone is giving GT3s for
I'm
free and they didn't tell.
desensitized. Like, I'm usually blown away. I really love those cars, but we've counted over 30. I'm like, I think they give you one when you're born in this country.
I have to tell you something, unfortunately they don't. but they do, it is good. It is good.
Do you get a discount or are they still 200?
No, actually, these days there is like
What? Yeah, they're over.
there's
yeah.
a premium, yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. No, but we got our cars. We cannot complain. The Porsches, what they have going for them is that they are workhorses.
Yeah, yeah.
They
you
come in
beat
and they
'em,
do. They
yeah,
come in.
Put
and
them away wet. Yeah. Yeah.
And that's very important, especially for our business. Still a so. But very interesting. I find it so funny. You know, like we have like live in different countries. Never spoken about anything, and you find all these small common things.
Common, yeah.
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 And we're very lucky because I see this, you know, like quite often with people that, you know, like who have like similar interests,
Yeah.
and you end up buying similar cars. Also, with like, you know, like I was not even here. I was like, I'm in Greece, but I was searching for a car that would fit this, so I did that, and I wanted a bit more power for the truck, so I did the turbo conversion that you did in the other side of the
Right,
world.
yeah. Yep.
No, cool.
I think we're good, Cost.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Lights out. No?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
Yeah, I just want to double check that we have no full course yellow or anything else.
So the other thing I found interesting here is red flag means come in and pit. In the
Yeah.
United States, slow control.
No, for
Offline.
for us that would be like the yellow flag. The yellow flag means that we slow down.
Yeah.
But you can still keep on circulating the truck.
Sure.
And then the red means you come back in the pits. It's a bit different.
See, in the States, we stop offline so the emergency vehicles can come through. The other thing is, do you pit out? Do you signal pit out?
No
signal.
no.
Okay.
And the pit out is directly here.
Yes.
So basically, as we arrive in the bus stop
It's the
chicane,
super right.
basically we just stay right, like
Yeah.
completely
Yes.
right, and we stay out. So let's go. We're gonna do one pass, then come out.
Okay, and motor.
And modern money, no worries.
I know my
I
wife's car,
trust.
it's too stiff.
Is it happening now? I actually pushed.
Oh, actually, I can just do it here.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, yeah, you're
Yeah.
that's that. But you'll have to admit that actually is a quite interesting mix of cars, huh?
Yeah, yep. Yeah, and being an instructor, I get to drive. Most of your students will say, take me for a ride. So I've been fortunate to drive many, many cars.
Many different things, yeah.
That's why I want to drive a Megane. We don't get those, so.
And I think it was cool, no? It was a cool
I
experience
liked
to
it.
have.
But you know what? I didn't even experience the car. That was the last thing I was thinking of. No,
Because the
you just
track.
went right out. No stopping, no nothing. There's a blend line.
Yeah, and we would jump basically straight in in the most difficult part of the track. So get it gently in,
Close to the wall.
close to the wall. apex. That's the school line. Keep it tight. No, it's gonna understeer. Feel it. Yeah, a little bit of power and open. Yeah. Bring it on the right.
Oh, they opened this up.
Yeah. A little bit of brakes and in gently. That's the actual old formation. That is the lap. That's what we do. The other corner is new, but we focus only on what we do now. So eyes down there. We're gonna brake a little bit later at the start of the curve. So somewhere here, there, then bring it in gently. Let it push in the middle. Almost one steering. Let it go south. Straighten it a little bit outside, and in again. At speed, it will feel quite daunting here. Power, gas, flat. Because it's a very high speed corner and you're cornering for a very long time. Reference roughly the bridge, you're gonna start braking a little bit. Yeah. Downshift and keep it very tight for the first one. Quite tight, because you won't transition in the other one. Yeah, exactly. And it. Perfect. All the power and gently use the truck. Nice and hard on the brakes, the serial. Smooth release, bring it in here. All the power, gently.
Turtles. Markers.
Yeah, and we don't want to tap them there. Like, just a lift, no brakes, and in. Yeah, it's just a lift and balance with the throttle because there is always a understeer. Power. Nice and hard on the power, stay a little bit out and gently start braking on the right. Because basically we want to bring the car completely on the right. For plus 1 and 2, these are two very fast corners. So you are on the right, no brakes, nothing. Look at the bridge at the top, and that's the reference point in. You go in for the first one, let it go completely to the right, almost touch the green bump, straight, touch of brakes, a little bit of brakes, and in gently for the most difficult fast corner, power, let the car open. It's a bit of a tricky one, especially when we're going to come at speed. Stay tight for the triangle there. Eyes up, so we're going to brake outside, not yet. Somewhere in the 100, yeah. Completely out, nice and hard on the brakes, more, and in. It's a very tight turn in, feel it, we're going to have understeer. Yeah, and now the other way around, it never feels very clean. Use the, but that's not absolutely no problem, we can touch the outside, hard on the power. And La Source ahead, it's again a difficult corner. So
left?
Yeah, so we're going to go completely to the left. We're going to look at our mark here, almost like 100 again. Nice and hard on the brakes, and we want to get that apex. I want you to touch the rumble strip. It's a very tight. Proper feel it. Let it open now. Power.
Got it. It's a power thing.
Yeah, exactly. And it's a very difficult one. Always sacrifice some speed in the entry so we get our apex. That's the most important thing. And the drive down. So let's feel this a little bit.
Right up on the
Brake a little bit before, release, and now get the line perfectly. Completely to the left, settle, wait. Now, more. Straight. Power, straight. That's it. Feel it. Feels already much better.
Got it.
Good. Tight. Again, we don't want to wave around. Yeah. One clean line. We did in qualifying mode. Good. On the left side of the track. The left side of the track is gently. Yeah.
Heavy brake.
Smooth release and carry speed in. Yeah, exactly. Keep it a bit tight. The first one. Transition, but touch the curve. Yeah. Let it open, but the focus is there. Eyes on the left. Just a lift, balance understeer, a radical coming. Just find the best way. Exactly, that's perfect. Good man, very cool. Back in your feet. Get straight. Nice and hard on the brakes. Bleed them in a little bit. Exactly. Bit of waiting. Feel the understeer. Feel it.
Double apex.
Yeah. Power. Yeah.
Double apex.
We're going to discuss this out. I will tell you my suggestion. And in. Later, yeah. get the apex, that's the most important. Power. Very good, very good. And a good drive out. Second part, very good. I want you to not brake and do a lift, a big lift if you want. Bring it gently. Now, is it a bit too late? Open a little bit the steering for me. Power. You know what it moved? Because our arc was not perfect for the thing. But not worry. Power, 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 power. Give it time to the white line. On the gas, on the gas, on the gas. He has more power than us. Stay at it. No problem. Stay there. Later. Not yet. Ha! More. Release. Yeah. Bleed it. Good work with the understeer. That's it. Use the track. That's it. So now we're not going to do the school line. We're going to do a V. So bring the middle.
Got it.
Yeah. Nice and hard. And bleed them in. Let it push you a little bit more, maybe. No, it's going to push us a little bit
Too far
more.
out?
Yeah. We want a little. So we want to do more
Turning.
V. Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. More V. I'm just going to give you both options, so you have tried them. That's all. So you need to brake later into the thing.
So, yeah.
Tuck it a little bit so it actually rotates, but it's gonna feel slower in the middle. Release, and in, carry the speed in, be smooth. Open a little the steering, feel the chassis, open the steering, very good. And in again, gas. Good stuff, man. Stay at it. Ignore everything again. Power. Wait. Now, bring it in, yeah? Keep it tight. Exactly. Transition. Gently the power. Give it the bits. Listen in, yeah. Power. Don't worry, it's not anything. You can actually, you can push them a little bit.
Yeah.
It's not a problem, you know. Bring it in. Power. Gas. They don't know what they're doing.
I know. I just in my head.
Power. We're gonna pit now. Let's stay on the gas. Power. We're gonna do the overtake. Gas. Trust me, we're together. Power. We're together. Trust me. Power and stay out. Just gonna put the car straight. A tiny bit of brakes. And bring it in proper confidence. Power. Straighten the power. Don't worry. Keep it tight. And now we're gonna exit. Slow down a little bit here. You can still do a little bit of line if you have no one behind us.
Yeah.
And it's a very, exactly.
I gotcha, yeah.
Very hard. More. And now stay tight. Exactly. That's it. And it says pit entry. And there is like the wall there. I think we did well that we did 3 because you got a little bit more in the groove.
Yes.
You know? And the track was very cool. Man, it's very cool that there is no. There are cars, but like in our second lap, we did one that we were completely by ourselves.
Yes. Yep.
So we're gonna stop, discuss the very little, and then go back to the.
Put it where we kind of got it from.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't have to be like exactly the same spot. A spot.
Yep.
So, do you want to tell me a little bit some first impressions?
I still don't know it. That's clear. That's clear.
But it's a cool thing, no?
Yes. Yep. Yeah, it's definitely a cool track. There's no doubt.
So, leave the car in first gear, no handbrake ideally.
Yeah.
First gear, no handbrake. Turn it off. Come out with me for a second.
Okay.
Are you okay with this?
Yep.
Yeah. Come out with me. We only go fast. this feel compared to Megane?
This rotates easier. It gets light in the rear, and it definitely rotates. The Megane was stickier.
Do you miss a little bit the extra power, or it didn't bother you at all?
No, and I'm not thinking a lot about the car, but I am feeling it different. This is more tossable. And my wife's car is very
I think them both, huh? It's
two different cars.
They are different, exactly, but they are both two front-wheel drive cars that I like.
Okay.
It's a big discussion because, you know, like, we tend to be unhappy with all the guns.
There's always something wrong.
Exactly. I think that is a...
Just the lift, no brake, yes?
Yeah.
So in,
Properly.
wait, come in.
Yeah. Now push it a little bit. Yeah. Stay right. Yeah.
That felt pretty good.
Yeah. Even, you know, next lap, even a little bit more left. More left. Yeah. More in before we transition. Go. Remember time here, exactly. There.
Play with it.
Yeah. Feel it out. Let it careful with the Lotus. Yeah. It's very fast. He's on slicks.
Yep. So, you're very late, put it in at 45, let it go
It's
off,
gonna be too much. Yeah. It's gonna be a little bit too much speed. Yeah.
and then bring it back in. But yeah, you're right.
Remember, a little less speed so can actually.
Yep.
All good.
Yeah, went in too hot.
Yeah, exactly. As I told you outside of the car, a little bit slower so can actually nail it because it's a very strange thing. Wait. He braked a bit too early and I think he noticed a little bit carried away. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to go inside them though.
Get careful of them. There's a convoy, there's a car of truck,
I see 'em.
there are many things happening behind us. Get on the power with you, car. Sorry, man.
I'm gonna let this Porsche in too. I saw him scatter.
Yeah, I saw that on the power. Gently. We can still do the outside line because he's a little bit riding a little bit around.
So
Give it a
once-
bit of gas, yeah, close a little bit the gap so he knows that this is happening. Let's bring him on here. Yeah, exactly. Bring it gently. Oh, the power gently. Yeah, and he's trying to out-drag us, so he's not gonna work very well. Stay on the gas. There's a BMW as well behind you.
Yeah,
He's gonna go for it. We have to work all together. Exactly, here. Power. Left over. That is the line. We're just going to fix the braking so we can actually do it, but that's the line. It's not an easy one, huh? It's not a natural one.
But I get it.
That's it.
I get it. It's a diamond.
Exactly.
Cars gonna eat us alive.
Yeah. But we're still going to first part of the corner. And gently in. Then understeer a little bit. Left push you. And here we might open the line. Oh, the power gently.
Just gonna let it go.
See the three cars? The hot axis. Lead it. Stay tight. Exactly. Lift. Balance. Lead. Yeah. Hold that understeer. Yeah. Finger out under push. Bring it in here. Keep it here. On the board. No brakes. Just the lift. Finger understeer. Power.
Stay on the white. Yeah. In the pits? On the left? Sorry.
Power, yeah, no worries. That's gonna be our last one, our last line. Exactly.
and I see what you mean about that line. You can either rim ride it, which is safe, or you can dive it in and pull it back enough brakes so you get grip to attack it.
Exactly. And
Two ways.
And
yeah.
because especially like the first part of the V, you really have to lift the brakes quite late.
Yes.
And you have to bring them a little bit into the corner while you are still sort of pointing straight, and then you know there's a very long corner and you are still braking. It's a very unnerving thing.
Yes.
But when you do it, because also you have to time a little bit the release of the brakes with how you're gonna put the car in, so you fight a little bit of some of that understeer. But all in all, I think as we discussed, we did a little bit slower in, so we could actually get that in. Okay, of course we went to the power a bit too early, you know, maybe a little bit fast, so it didn't let us go in there completely. But I think we barely got the line. The majority of the aces, well, I think we tackled perfectly. Like I don't think we were there. The front end grip is that. You worked with what you had. Everything was very good. And then there is of course Rouge Radion, you know, that we can always perfect.
Yeah. There was a couple times it felt pretty good, and there was a couple of times like I'm late.
Exactly. And because like the timing there is quite crucial, you know. But we did at speed.
And it's still shiny. So
it actually the car is perfect. I think we used exactly as much car as it was needed to use. You know, rotate a little bit, use the brakes, but
this car rotates nicely.
Yeah.
And the differential allows the ass to almost like you can throttle steer.
This is a very honest car. You know, it doesn't do it with tech. It does it with a bit of old school tech.
Yeah.
So it rotates traditionally, and it has a diff that is not aggressive, but it's working, and it's doing everything right. And what I like specifically for me is the front end. You have a very good feeling in the steering of how much available grip you have. So when it starts understeering,
you can start to feel it through the wheel when it's sliding.
And you can even feel it. Is it from power? Is it from turning in quite fast? You know, and I'm like at the limits of the grip. Is the rear about to come? You feel all these things. You feel them, and I think that makes it an honest, old school type car. The Megane is a little bit smarter how it does it, so it feels more agile. And then it feels more grippy, and then it feels more agile because exactly it's not one thing. It is the NANIS and the active axle, and it's all these things.
Yeah, this is a little more raw.
Exactly, this is a bit more like that's the thing.
Sure.
You know, we go at this speed, we turn that much steering, we're gonna do this. You know, you do a little bit less steering, it does that. You do that much throttle, it's gonna understeer that much. That's it. You can actually go up. I think everything was perfect.
Thank you. Far from it, but we had a good time. And that's what it's all about.
I mean, no, for 6 laps.
Yeah.
I think
you're never going to be perfect. No, it's perfect. If you were perfect, we'd be doing this on the circuit, right? That's what I tell my students. If I was getting paid for this, I wouldn't be here.
At least even guys that are getting paid, you know, when they haven't driven the track for some time, and they come here at the start of the year, and they're barreling down a route, you feel a little.
Of course, you have to.
You feel a little bit. You have to do it, man. You have to do it. For your first time here, honestly, fantastic job. Everything was very good. And the same thing at the ring. You were nice, you were careful. Here we drove harder, as we should.
Sure.
So everything was very good.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Pleasure. I'm actually very happy that the reason I didn't want us to do it, I had another thing to do, and I don't like when it feels like, you know, like I'm on a time crunch and I cannot devote enough time.
Because I appreciate you doing this. I'm not sure I would have got the same feeling with Patrick. So it's just a different person, that's all.
No, but I know that we have already had the talk. We have already been in the car together. You know how I speak, you understand? It would make it easier. I'm very happy. Yes. I have to, unfortunately I have to run.
Go do.
But I'm very happy that you had a good experience.